Today on the channel, we take a trip to Grenoble, deep in the French Alps, for a visit with the latest and greatest from Super 7, as today we've got the Ultimate Edition, Andre the Giant.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Ultimate Edition unboxing and review. And today, we've got the latest Ultimate Edition of Andre the Giant. But for all your Andre the Giant needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you're hitting up Big Bad Toy Store. Use the link in the description below. And Andre the Giant is back again, as this is our third Ultimate Edition we've unboxed here of Andre the Giant on the channel. Go check out the other reviews if you are so inclined. A little bit of mixed results, I gotta be fair on that. And we'll see probably some of that with this as well. But of course, we're gonna do this unboxing and review like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're gonna take a look at the packaging. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna unbox it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging here. And I absolutely love this packaging. I absolutely love this. Of course, Super 7 Ultimate's got the slip cover, all that. Of course, you do get the cardboard mailer box over it for extra protection. But the white, yellow, and black here really is stunning on the packaging. Absolutely love this packaging, how it looks. Eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. What's it say? 7'2", 520 pounds, ages 14 up. Legendary wrestling champion, looking very, very cool. And then on the side, you get Andre right there, and you get Andre right there. Now, I'm not 100% sure. These are, of course, black and white photos. Is this yellow tights? I believe it is. I guess we don't know 100% for sure because it's black and white. And like I said, when we think of yellow tight Andre, we go back to WrestleMania 2. Now, is that what this is? It's kind of that fine line there, a little creative license, I think, a little bit with this one, but very interesting. On the back, of course, you got Andre the Giant once again. I think it says action figure, and then it says from Grenoble in the French Alps. You got Ultimates at the very top, all that fun stuff. But then you get down to it, you get the old slipcase cover. You just yank this bad boy off like we are so accustomed to, and you guys know, save your packaging. Off to the side, see you later, nice gentle. But then you get Andre in the very wrestling-style packaging. Now, we saw Matt Cardona, Brian Myers like this. We saw the Good Brothers like this. Andre the Giant's uniform packaging, slam dunk there. Different color differences, but you still got the ring ropes, the big bubble window, plastic window, all that kind of stuff. Does look really good. That packaging is absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, the yellow and white really, really pops. You don't see a lot of yellow and white packaging, so I really do like that. On the back, you got another image of Andre the Giant, a little tail of the tape and a little blurb. Let's see what it says about our old friend Andre. Height, 7'2", 520 pounds, from Grenoble, France. Oh, absolutely beautiful this time of year. Let me tell you. Andre the Giant, born Andre Rene Roussimoff, captivated the hearts and minds of wrestling fans around the world. Revered for his immense stature, the eighth wonder of the world became a legend for his many achievements in the ring and his appearances on the big screen. And a very interesting shot here on the side is he's got more of the big hair, long hair, afro type hair, Andre the Giant, which we do not have represented in this figure here. So that's an interesting picture to put here. Would have probably put one of the ones from the side of the package where it showed him short hair, but it's neither here nor there, of course. But there's Andre there. Of course, these Super 7s, lots of twist ties, lots of stuff to get out. I'm going to take this offline. I'm going to grab Andre out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Andre the Giant. All right, we're back with Andre the Giant out of the package here, and I believe we have one more Andre the Giant to come from Super 7 after this. Of course, the more iconic, or some might say the most iconic, I think that's a pretty fair assessment, the old blackstrap Andre. So we should get that later on in 2023. I guess yellow trunks, yellow tights is going to have to hold us over for now. But let's take a look at the accessories first before we dive into the figure here. And let's start with the old hands. Of course, Andre playing all the hand hits, and a lot of reuse with this Andre. And I think it's fair to say as this one feels a little cheaper than the other two. We got some soft goods with the other ones. Got, I believe, an extra set of heads, or an extra head beyond this one. We get two with this. I think some of those might have had 3 heads if I'm not mistaken. But we got a lot of reuse from the body style all the way to the hands and the beer can, as you can imagine. But we do get a few things. We get the open hand, or the karate chop hand, if he needs to lay that big karate chop on somebody's head, or if he wants to wave, he can do that. But we do get 2 of those going on. Of course, you got 2 gripping hands, so he can grab that that beer can if he wants to. Always kind of weird to see Andre, or it would be weird to see Andre in his wrestling trunks with a beer in his hand. If it was like street clothes Andre, something like that, it would seem more correct. I don't know, but it does hold it. Of course, you got two gripping hands there. These hands we've all seen before. And then you got the splayed out kind of open hands, choking hands, whatever you want to call them. We got those for Andre as well. And then, of course, we do get the beer can. Now, we've seen this beer can sculpt. They're getting the most out of their molds with this one. I think every Andre we've received has had this. It'll be interesting to see if they use this down the line, maybe like Joe Cola or something like that with the G.I. Joe line. They give us something along those. It would be a nice reuse, I think, for Super 7, and that's the name of the game in, of course, action figures, as we do know. Now we're going to grab this Andre the Giant figure. Of course, we do have an extra head. And I got to be honest on this one, you know, we've struggled, and we've talked about Super 7 struggling with the human face. They do an amazing job. They're Thundercats, of course. We love their Thundercat figures. A lot of their figures are really good. The Turtle figures, all those kind of properties, they really, really nail it out of the park. Heck, King Diamond, Ghost, Papa over there, really, really good. But they struggle on the main plain male face, I guess we'll call it, because we saw a little of that with Brian Myers, Matt Cardona, of course the Good Brothers, and all the Andre the Giants. And this one is no different. It does feel like a step in a weird direction with this one. It definitely feels lesser than maybe some of the Mattel ones we've received. And we're going to do some Andre comparisons later on in this very video. It's just a little bit tough in the face. I mean, they got a little bit of that kind of darkness around his face. I guess supposed to resonate with a 5 o'clock shadow type thing. But it just kind of looks dirty, like he's got some dirt on his face is how it comes across to me. I think where they get it the best is the nose and the eyes for Andre. The hair is interesting looking. Definitely shorter haired Andre the Giant. It's not the big afro one that was shown on the back of the package. Very interesting in the head department. It does kind of look a little FTC-like in the head there, I guess is what I could compare it to. And then you do dive over into the body, which is interesting. I guess let's finish off these heads first. Of course, head's going to be removable. But a very stoic-looking Andre, no expression Andre. Not happy, not mad, just Andre. Now this one, a whole different story. Andre is mad, and he's even darker around the face. I mean, it to me looks like he was in the back. And me being an old grocery store guy, you guys know I got grocery stories for days. I could write a book. But back when I was a little kid, I was in high school, I guess. I was working in the dairy department. And I remember walking in the dairy cooler one time, and there was a bunch of kids back there that worked there that were skipping out on work, and they were huffing Ready Whip. You know, people do that, like Whippets or whatever. And that's kind of what this Andre face looks like to me. It looks like he was huffing some of that. It reminds me of opening that cooler door and seeing those kids doing it. He's got that kind of facial expression going on, and then he's got like the white kind of spray. It's a grayish kind of color around here, so it looks like he got busted doing some Whippets is what it looks like to me. But that skin tone difference there just looks very strange. It looks like he got a pie in his face or something like that. I do like the big tongue and the huge rows of teeth. That's one thing you take a look at pictures of Andre with his mouth open. Those teeth go on for days. They did capture that in this figure here. Of course, hair is the same. To me, this looks more like Jeff Garlin, the actor from, of course, Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of the best shows of all time. He reminds me of that more than Andre the Giant in the head sculpt department. I got to be honest with that. But I think I'm going to use the crazy head sculpt. Give this one a little bit more personality. Because we got to be honest, once again, very plain Jane looking figure here. It's just a big figure in his underwear is what it looks like. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like to me. Of course, yellow tights on right there, or yellow trunks, I should say, and yellow boots. And that's it. He's just happy to see you. Besides that, he might bring a beer can with him. The body is an interesting one. It does work for Andre the Giant. It is a big figure. It does scale fairly well. But it is weird with some of the shading going on. And Andre wasn't really known for chest hair, so I'm not sure exactly what this is supposed to be. Did he get a weird tan? Was he falling asleep in the car and the sun hit just right? I'm not exactly sure. And you get a little bit of that in the crevice of his neck and on his arms. It's like a little bit of shading going on, but it just looks strange, and I can't really figure out what it's supposed to be because I don't remember him being overly hairy where it would be big chest hair. So that is fairly interesting there. And then, of course, you got the big gut going on, some rolls on the side. I mean, definitely WrestleMania 2 style Andre, but not quite in the face department. So I'm not sure what's going on. But whenever you see Andre in yellow, you always go back to WrestleMania 2. At least I do for sure. He does come with two big fists on him. I didn't mention that. We talked to the other hands. Articulation-wise, arms do go all the way around. You got the bicep cut. Single-jointed elbows, got those going on. Side to side on the hands. Hands removable. Head removable side to side. Little bit of hula hoop up top, but not a whole lot. Of course, you got the waist articulation we're used to. You can do some decent giant splits. I think that's fair enough for him. And then you got a knee bend, not a ton of movement on that knee. You do got a boot cut, and then you got ankles back and forth, side to side, and that is it for articulation-wise. Just not a ton of personality with this Andre, especially if you have the plain Jane face. It just looks like a guy standing there that was caught in his underwear out in the back of an alley or something is kind of how it looks like to me. Also, a little bit pale. I don't know. It's weird that you got all this shading up top, but nothing really in the front. But on the inside of the legs, he's got a little bit of shading over here too. So a little bit peculiar on that way. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? As always, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Make sure you get the Mattel stands, and he does fit perfectly on there. But man, a mixed bag on this one. I want these to be the greatest thing since sliced bread, no pun intended. I'd really like to see this Andre be a little bit better figure. I'm not sure after that next Andre with, of course, the classic look. I don't know if that's going to be it for the Andre the Giants. I would almost like to see like a street clothes version, much like we got with the Mattel Elite line. I think Super 7 could do a better job at one of those, maybe. But this one, I just don't know if this is going to resonate with the collectors they want this to resonate to. And I hate to say it because I'm a huge Super 7 supporter, as you guys do see on the channel. But you got to call it like you see it. Of course, doing some comparisons. It's funny, as compared to this one here, I like the first version of Andre the Giant a heck of a lot more. This one's got a lot of personality. Got the beer can, of course. You got the frills on the shirt. This one is a happy-go-lucky, crazy 70s giant or 60s giant. It's just a lot more to it than this one that we got here today. Maybe it's just me. And this one is also pretty interesting here. A little bit of staining issues, as we do know. But it's also very early Andre the Giant. Very, very young Andre the Giant, which we really have never had represented in figure form a whole lot this early in incarnation. So if you're an Andre the Giant fan out there, I mean, you're absolutely loving this kind of stuff. You're getting him from all different generations. And like I said, the blackstrap one coming very soon. Who knows, maybe we'll get the one with the walkers when he was with the Bushwhackers. I wouldn't be opposed to that one either. Very, very late in the day, Andre, or even, wasn't his final match? It was either in Japan or Mexico, but there was a Mexico match where he looked pretty crazy. I'd love to see that in figure form as well. Speaking of Andre the Giant in the yellow trunks, the WrestleMania 2 look, it seems like that is all the rage. As you guys saw, depending when you're watching this, last week in weekly purchases, I did pick up the basic. I have not gotten around to unboxing this, but this is a $10 Mattel Elite Basic. This is the $55 Super 7 version, and I'm sure some of you guys in the comments are going to say you would prefer this one. There's always some of those people out there, but I understand. I mean, you like what you like and you don't what you don't, but this is brand new. This is starting to hit retail, or head over to ringside for this guy right here. And then, of course, gosh, 40 sets ago, 30 sets ago, what is time? We, of course, got an Andre the Giant in yellow trunks. Similar but different for sure, but this is the old Elite comparison there. Checking for height differences here. This is about the same exact height. Super 7 by a hair. Not much taller on the Super 7, but definitely different skin tones going on. Things like that. Definitely some differences between these two, but not our first representation of yellow Andre. This one does have black boots, though, where the Super 7 one does have the yellow boots going on. This one does have the yellow boots, so there you go. But then, of course, we just unboxed this literally the other day on the channel. Make sure you check it out. Check out all of Mattel Elite 100. Talk about a pivotal set. Very, very cool, but you get another version of Andre right here in street clothes, which really feels different. I really, really like this Andre a whole lot. Of course, he's also the Chase in the series as well. So a lot to like about that Elite 100 Andre. There's a little bit of something for everybody, but if I had to rank of the Super 7 ones, this is a pretty distant third to me. It's just, there's not enough bells and whistles to get me super excited. And there's definitely some issues that I can't figure out, the toning of the skin tone, things like that in the face and stuff. That does take away from the overall aspect of the figure. But still, very cool that we're getting things like this outside of the Jazzwares Mattel. I'm here for all the wrestling lines. The more there are, it's going to raise some ships, make everybody get better. It's going to challenge people, and we'll see what Super 7 steps up with next time with the next Andre the Giant. Hopefully we get some improvements on this one. But an interesting murder's row of Andre the Giant. If you're an Andre the Giant fan, like I said earlier, you're absolutely loving it right now because you're getting a basic, you're getting two elites, you got an ultimate right around the corner, Super 7 line, all things Andre the Giant. And I can't forget Zombie Sailor. He's got 2 different versions of Hasbro-style Andre the Giants. It's coming up, Andre the Giant in 2023. He's like a brand new Rey Mysterio, getting figures at every turn and every corner. By the end of the year, we might have to do a top 5 best Andre the Giant figures of 2023. I never thought we'd have to do that, but we'll see. Stay tuned for that. And your best way to stay tuned, of course, is to subscribe to this very YouTube channel and to thumbs up the video. It always helps the channel when you give it the old thumbs up. And check out the Patreon channel. Link in the description below. Of course, you get these videos early, bonus content, exclusive content, giveaways, Q&As, and best of all, you do support the channel. And don't forget to leave me your comment on this Andre the Giant figure. Let me know your thoughts on this. Did you pick up any of the other ones? Let me know what you're thinking there. I know the Ultimate Edition is coming out very soon from Mattel. I think that took a lot of thunder away from the Super 7 lines. That's just my gut feeling on that one. Don't forget to hit me up on social media, SirPaul64 over there on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So there it is, Andre the Giant Part 3 from the Super 7 Ultimate Edition line. Until next time, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.